Here I am entering the polling place. I just voted, and I was talking to the constable that's here in my voting area. Okay, now can you give me your name and everything again?
Yep, Robert Sims. That's that statute you were looking for that compels me to be here.
Okay.
Title 44,
Let me
Section 7152.
Okay, well, I'll take a picture of that in a second.
You see it says I have a statutory duty to be here.
You personally you're the only constable?
I am the only constable for Shannon Borough, yes.
Okay, well, how are you keeping people 10 feet from the entrance if you're standing in here?
It's the entrance to this entrance here, not the front entrance.
It says keeping the peace, keeping a clear pathway for voters to enter and exit. This includes the entire pathway from the public road to the voting machines.
Did you encounter any obstructions on your way in, sir?
It doesn't matter. Keeping all people at least 10 feet from the entrance to the building unless they are in the process of voting.
We all touched it.
Okay, well,
In the process of voting, sir?
and I'm done.
Then I'm supposed to clear you out of here, according to what you just read me.
No, it doesn't. I'm not in anybody's way whatsoever. Whose way am I in?
Well, you're finished voting.
Yeah. So, I could stand here all day if I want at the public place. I could stand right here all day long.
Yes, you can go.
No, I can go anywhere I like. Who are you, ma'am? Who are you?
See my tag?
Can you just tell me who you are? You're going to make me walk all the way over there and take a picture of your tag?
317 dispatch.
Okay.
I want to make sure you get the correct information.
Majority Clerk Darlene. All right. And you are?
Oh, my name is Gail Brown, and I'm a judge of elections.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is like totally new. Never has there been a constable standing inside this place with a gun before. How is that not intimidating?
There's always been a constable. They may or may not have been dressed.
Well,
but
that's
there was.
well, that's a completely different item. They're not there in a uniform to intimidate people. They're not carrying guns to intimidate people.
Why does that intimidate you?
Because he has a gun and he can shoot me anytime he wants for any reason. That's why guns don't belong in polling places. I can't believe that it's legal to have a gun in the polling place. That doesn't say anything about you being armed.
There's no law against anyone carrying a firearm in a polling place in Pennsylvania.
I beg to differ. I read the rules because so when I run into people like you, I don't have to worry about it. But that's it. I've been voting here for 15 years. There's never been anybody with an armed. And now what are you doing?
Don't worry about that.
Now what are you doing?
There is no law
Yes.
against carrying a firearm in a polling place in Pennsylvania.
That is not true. You're just saying. You're just lying. You're just lying.
I'm not lying.
No, you are lying. I know you're lying. You're lying.
No, I'm not. I don't.
You can tell me you're not all day long, but you are.
I don't have to sit here and explain.
No, yes, you do because you work for the state. So if you're saying that you have some authority over me, then you have to produce your authority. What is your authority other than you're supposed to be a constable in
Are
here?
you carrying a firearm, sir?
What does it matter? What does it matter if I'm carrying a firearm?
If you are carrying a firearm, first off, perfectly legal. But if I was accusing you of carrying a firearm illegally, then I would have no problem asking, or rather explaining to you the laws and the statute. But I'm not doing that.
Just because I'm not carrying a gun doesn't mean that you're saying that the statute the statute only applies if I'm carrying a gun. Is that what you're telling me? That's what you're saying, right?
What I can tell you is that it's illegal to disrupt the operation of a polling place.
Well, I'm not doing that, so I'm just talking to you. Anybody else is standing around is doing it of their own volition.
Red shirt, black pants.
So now you're calling the police on me.
Well,
They can't do anything either. I'm allowed to stand here all day. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stand over here just to make sure that I'm not in anybody's way. I am in no way blocking the entrance. They can't do anything. They can't do anything.
I don't have.
Yes, you do have to.
Police officer can decide that when he gets
You
there.
The police officer has nothing to say.
You
I'm in a completely open place doing nothing.
You asked about the statute that required me to
Mm-hmm.
be here. I showed you proof from the county of Allegheny indicating that I have a statutory obligation to be at polling places to
Right,
preserve the peace.
right. Not to be standing inside holding a gun. That's you being here doesn't mean you have to be in. It doesn't say in here. It says here, at the polling place, and what you do is supposed to be outside until somebody's in here doing something that you're supposed to take care of. That's how the law reads. The law does not say that you are obligated to stand in here with a gun and intimidate people with your uniform and your gun.
The only person intimidating people here is you, sir.
I'm not
Asked
intimidated.
several times about you.
He can ask.
Seems to be concerned.
Well, he can ask all day long, but I'm not doing anything. I'm standing right here. Now I'm waiting for the police to show up so I can tell them they can't do anything. That does not say you're supposed to be standing in here with a gun. You're standing in here with a gun because that's where you want to stand.
Well, it is air conditioned in here, which is a plus.
Well, you know something? I don't pay you to be comfortable. That's not what you're being paid for. You're not being paid to be comfortable. You're being paid to make sure nothing happens here that you can't do what you can't do from outside.
So you want me to stand outside?
Yes, that's where you should be standing because you're inside with a gun intimidating people. You might think you're not intimidating people, but you have a gun, and you can decide to shoot anybody in this room for any reason that you feel fit. So that's why you shouldn't have a gun in here. That's why I'm opposed to it.
So can I ask a question?
I would just prefer that you mind your own business. To be perfectly honest with you.
The Second Amendment is not my business? Is what you're saying?
No, what I'm doing here is not your business.
No.
This is in no way, shape,
I'm
or
not gonna
form
ask
your
the
business.
Second Amendment question. It is my business.
I'm not an official. You don't have to ask me anything. I have no reason to reply to you. I would just assume that you mind your own business. Go back over there where you
all
were.
day long and ask questions, so you don't have to answer.
That's true.
I'm playing your game.
That's fine.
Okay.
Play your game all you want.
So if a cop walked down the street, you're intimidated? What are you trying to hide?
A cop on the street is not a cop inside of a polling place.
Okay.
They're two different things.
But you said you're being
can-
intimidated
right
by someone wearing a gun.
in this room,
So you're
yes,
intimidated by police.
Right.
When you're on the street
in this
and
room.
a cop walking down a room, you're
nothing-
walking down the street. You're
That has nothing to do with it.
No.
The two
Yeah.
things aren't even related.
You're stretching.
No, you're stupid.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So now you're insulting me.
I can insult you all I want to,
Okay.
and you can't go outside and beat me up because the constable's here.
So me asking you a question, then you're going to berate me and call me stupid.
I can do what, because you are. Because what you're saying is
That's
ridiculously
so-
stupid, and the two things aren't even remotely
That
connected to
shows
each other.
Your unintelligence.
No,
By calling someone stupid,
no, you're
means the
stupid.
person saying it is hence.
No. What definition of stupid do you know?
What definition of stupid?
You just said if the person who says somebody is stupid is the stupid one. What definition of stupid is that? It's a stupid definition of stupid. So, dude, you know what? You don't bother me at
You
all.
think you're a wordsmith.
I know that I'm
And you
a better
can-
wordsmith than you
can
are.
Jingle jangle everything.
Whatever you like.
Okay.
I'm back with the constable.
You're a great guy.
Yeah, you're a great guy too. You're just a wonderful person who doesn't seem to be able to mind his own business.
Okay.
Is there anything else we can do to help you, sir?
This guy's blocking my way. You can move him.
This guy's blocking my way. You can move him.
I'm not blocking your way to anything, buddy.
I'm not
No,
blocking
you gonna move him?
anything.
See this guy here?
You gonna move him?
You're here to get people out of the way.
You
To
are,
keep the pathways clear.
Sir,
So you are now not keeping the pathway
He's
clear.
somebody who's working here.
I don't
He's
care.
allowed to be there. You are no.
He's blocking.
You are finished.
Just because,
voting, so he is
just
blocking
because,
you.
just because
you are
you're.
finished voting, he is blocking you from nothing.
No,
He
yes,
works
he's
here.
blocking me from leaving.
He works here.
If
He's
I-
permitted to
No.
be here.
There's an exit right
No.
there.
There's an exit
There's
there.
an exit here.
Oh, you're right in my way. I want to use that door.
Well, you're disturbing more people at the voting poll
I'm allowed to.
than he's disturbing.
I'm allowed to disturb as many people as I like, as long as I'm just standing here and I'm not talking to anybody.
You are actually
No, you're
done
trying.
voting.
Can you tell me what is your name and your position here at the poll?
What is your name and position?
My name's David Huff.
What is your
I live at
position here?
3848 Respecter Street.
What is your position?
I vote. I'm a voter.
Okay.
You said you work
And you're
here.
finished voting.
You said you work here.
Right.
So who are you and what is your name and what do
I
you
will be
do?
here all day.
Who are you? What is your name and what do you
have no
do?
right to ask me.
I sure do. You said you're working here in the polling place.
Correct.
So you're working here? Everybody else has a name tag on, but you. Why don't you have a name tag on? Why don't you have a name tag on if you work here? Why don't you have a name tag on if you? That's not a stretch. Everybody else has a name tag on, but you.
Okay.
So who are you and what are you
By
doing?
what right are you asking me?
Because
any of my
you say you work here, which means you're performing a public duty, which means I need to know who you are because you could be anybody.
Tom Jones. I live at Bubble Lane.
You're right here, Dan.
You're not funny.
You done?
You're not funny.
Are you done?
Who are you?
Are you done?
Am I done with what?
With being a goofball.
Am I done with you? Absolutely.
Yes.
I have no need for you whatsoever.
Yeah.
You're probably a poll. You're probably a poll watcher, aren't you?
Poll watcher?
Are you a poll watcher?
No, they're not allowed to be in this room.
No, they are allowed to be in this room. They are. That's what a poll watcher is. He has to be where the polls are.
you have to have a certificate.
You aren't. It doesn't mean he doesn't have a certificate. He won't show me whether he has one or not.
He works.
Who?
Thanks for disturbing
What does he
everybody
do?
at the
What does he
polling
do?
place today.
What does he do here?
And
What's his
being
job?
More intimidating.
What's his job? What's his job?
What's your position?
Minority inspector. Machine inspector.
Machine inspector? And he's not identified in any way, shape, or form. He has no identifying. So that's not true either. So are you going to finally ask him what his real job is?
Let the cops handle it when they show up, buddy.
Are you gonna get him to tell me who he is? Because all he is right now is a citizen who had me trapped in a corner here.
What a stretch, guy. I am not responsible for polling station staff. You'd have to speak to the judge of elections regarding.
Okay, she's here. Here she is, Miss Judge of Elections. What's his job?
He's not on my team, but if you said
What's his job? What's his job? I don't care if he's on your team. I don't want to know what his job is.
Again, if he said he's the machine inspector, that is a job. So yeah,
He is the machine. So you're confirming that he is the machine inspector.
if that's what he says. he
No,
is,
I want
yes.
you're the judge. He just told me to talk to the judge of elections about what he does.
Yes.
So now you need to tell me what he does.
He is not on my team. He's on this team, and I'm not the judge of elections for this team.
Who's the judge of elections for this team?
Okay?
Who's the judge of elections for this team?
Gentleman
Okay, I'll talk to him. What's his name?
I-
What's his name?
ask him.
What's his name?
You can ask him
Why can't you tell me his name? I can read it. So why can't you just tell me?
because that's not my job to give somebody else's information.
Because it's public information. It's not giving somebody information.
Again, that's his personal
There
information.
aren't any of you people who have a
Get
clue.
it publicly.
You don't have any. All right, sir. Your name is Mr. Judge of Elections?
David Seiler.
David Seiler. And where do you live?
In the borough.
You live in Castle Shannon? Yeah. What's his job?
I don't know. I know.
How can you not know what his job is?
Sir.
He works
Hey,
for you.
sir,
Oh,
outside.
you just need to get away
No,
from me and leave
outside.
me alone.
Outside.
Nope.
Yeah, outside.
Nope. This is the Judge of Elections. Can you tell me what your name is?
As constable for Castle Shannon, I'm telling you to leave this precinct. You have voted. You have no legitimate reason.
No,
to
I can
continue
stay
to be
here. I can stay here all day and video this all day long if I want. And nobody can do anything about it, including you. You just can't do anything. What's your name there, buddy?
It's Officer Janita.
Janeda. And what's your name there?
Officer Savesky, we're recording
Move
this
your,
also.
move your hands so I can see. So I can get clip.
All right, you gonna step outside
All right,
now?
nope. I don't have to step outside. I do not have to step outside.
They don't want you in the library.
I don't care.
What brought us here? Why are we here?
I think she went to the zoo today.
He's unhappy.
I didn't call. I don't know. I didn't call you.
Okay.
You might want to ask the person who called you what they want. Why don't you ask the person who called you what they called you for? Go ahead. Ask them. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He's disrupting the polling
Go ahead.
place.
I was not disrupting anyone. I was talking, and I have it all in Phillips, so I know I didn't. You can see I didn't disrupt a single person.
Hi there. Come on in. Come on in. Yeah, we're not worrying about that.
What do you care? What do you care?
Stan.
Don't worry about
What
it.
do you care? What do you care?
Do you vote in 7 or 5?
So, why don't you go see what they're talking about? What are you guys talking about?
Fine, not a problem.
This is the last time I'm gonna try to implore you to step outside.
And what will happen if I do not?
You're being disorderly. You're gonna place under arrest.
I have not been disorderly. I haven't raised my voice. I've only talked to the constable and the people that came up to me.
Okay. You voted, correct?
I don't know. How do you know I voted? A voted sticker doesn't mean you voted. You can't watch me vote. You can't watch me vote.
Sir, you were intimidating.
You did. You can't watch.
Listen to me. You were intimidating these folks.
Well, I'm not. Well, that's
I'm
not
asking you to take a step
that is
outside.
not my problem.
I'm going to take you outside if you do not. And I'm videoing this, and I'm well aware of what I can and can't do.
Right. So you
I'm
cannot. You can't ask me to leave this building.
You're being disorderly.
If you leave me alone, I'll shut up and just film.
You're not going to film inside of
I can film anywhere in a public area that I
This is
like.
not public.
Yes,
This is
no, this is a public area. There's cameras everywhere. Everybody in here is being recorded, so you can't say you can't record in here, because everybody in this room is being recorded. I know my rights and I know the law.
You're really gonna make me. You're gonna make me arrest you over this.
If you arrest me, I'm good. I don't have to tell you.
Sir,
I don't have to identify myself.
this is silly.
Right. Why don't you go do your job instead of bothering me?
I am going to do my job, and I'm telling you that you need to leave, or I'm going to take you out of here.
You can't.
They do not.
All right, I want
You're
your
confused.
bring me your supervisor. Bring your supervisor.
And he's going to say the same exact thing.
Yes.
Bring your supervisor.
It's a felony.
Yes.
No, it's not.
In their opinion, you're disrupting the operation of the
Whoa, baby! Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Put your hands behind your back.
Look at this guy. For what? For what?